Oh, hello there. Yes. How's the morning? Can't sleep, so obviously I'm staring into a camera. It makes perfect sense. Just wanted to give some thoughts about the large amount of traffic I got yesterday on the Graham Linehan interview. Um, you can think what you like about trans people. It's basically a free country. You can dislike trans people and magically believe that they have magical powers that they don't realistically on any economic sense actually have if you want to. Graham Linehan is a man who was at the absolute height, the zenith of his powers with Father Ted, IT Crowd, Black Books, et al. And yet his fall has been absolutely spectacular. You can believe, if you want to, that this has been engineered because he has particular views, but he appears to have particular views because of his fall, if you like. He appears to be the architect of his own demise, and he also, if you like, is in a very, very privileged position. He is everywhere in the British media at the moment, and nobody, apart from that one Talk TV slot, if you like, which I don't know, was he expecting Piers Morgan? I don't know. Apart from that one slot, it's very, very sympathetic, but poor man, poor man, poor man. And yet there are questions there. There are a lot of questions about what does look like a set-up job. Oh, well, we'll book there, and then, we know that they're going to have problems with it, and it'll be another example of the dreaded men in dresses with beards cancelling us, and we can dine out for a week if we're certain people on GB News. I mean, today he just has an open piece where he can say that he was a bit tired. Well, don't do it, mate. Yeah, that's in the Telegraph. Yeah, he can just basically appear anywhere at any newspaper offices or any TV studio in the UK, and he will have a sympathetic hearing. If it all gets too much, he can always go and have a chat with Julia Hartley-Brewer. It's open to him 24 hours a day. He has full access to a very, very sympathetic media. And yet, here we have just one person asking a few slightly awkward questions about something that perhaps does need to be questioned. And we get this explosive meltdown, which I'm presuming Talk TV have pulled because it's libelous. That's probably the big problem with it, because they don't really have any problems showcasing any form of transphobia. It does show our media as this compliant, absolutely solid blob that is more than happy to kick to one of the smallest minority groups with the least power in the UK and blame them for so many different things. And if you're of a certain sensibility like I am, you tend to have that kind of weird British thing about thinking about the underdog, something that a lot of people in the right-wing media, or just the media it is these days, seem to have forgotten that brilliant British value of disliking the bully. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, please do. I don't really want to get into a debate about whether or not trans people are right or wrong. I work with trans people. I have to assume that they're right. I work with lots of different people. They have lots of different viewpoints. They're allowed their viewpoints because so am I. That is free speech. When we simply label somebody as being wrong and not allowed to speak because of who they are, we are in very dangerous territory. Anyway, do have a lovely Sunday.